So we're into dim sum again, which was on that map as well, and
My
it's
game is not loading.
Hera Vinchester, and I guess we'll wait for you to get into the game. But did you watch the first Vinchester set against Burles, or were you casting something else? Okay, so basically in that set, Burles went Gujaras against Vinchester, and now Vinchester is going Gujaras, and Burles had 23 hurtables garrison in mills.
Oh no!
And like, there's cows on this map too, and water buffalo.
That's amazing.
So he had a crazy amount of food, and Vinchester was Mongols, and Vinchester was just trying. It felt like he knew that Burles had so many garrison, and he felt like he was super under pressure, and he was trying to do damage, and Burles managed to pull out the victory. And now it's Vinchester going to Gujaras on this map, so maybe he took some notes, you know?
I guess he's doing exactly the same thing which Balls did to him. Would not surprise me. I'm not seeing it because my game is not playing along, but should be there in 2 minutes, hopefully. Also, if you have 23 hurtables in the mill, that's potentially around 4 or 5 villagers gathering food.
It's like 4 or 5 Khmer farmers, basically, which is sick. It's sick, yeah. I mean, later on in the game, maybe not that big of an impact, but especially in like early Castle Age or through Feudal Age, like it's amazing. And he also did a thing where he made, instead of just 3 mills to fit that in, he made 4 mills and he garrisoned some in each one of them. And Vinchester saw that. So Vinchester was probably like 4 mills, all flags, potentially 40.
Yeah, that's such a bummer as well if you see that, right, as your opponent. Like, how much food does he get for free right now?
Exactly. I think he overestimated it too. Like he did the classic Mongols mistake, right? Vinchester went for 2 castles forward in Castle Age, and he got both of them trebbed down. And then he just, you know, you've done that. You've seen people do it tons of times, right? Forward castle with Mongols. It's just super unfortunate. So that's what happened.
Awesome stuff. So and that's the thing which I love about Gujaras, for example, because they were working so completely differently and have potential on certain maps, right? Especially on the ones which have more hurtables. And Vinchester now taking the advantage in that regard. Lithuanians for Hera, though. And by the way, Dave, I finally have managed to get into the game.
Good.
When we're talking about Vinchester against Hera, who do you think is going to come up on top on this one?
With this matchup here, I kind of like Lithuanians a little bit better. Gujaras are going to have that stuff garrison inside the mills, but I guess the question for me in Gujaras a lot of the time is like, what's your unit composition, right? We see Hera already going for the barracks, so he's going to go men-at-arms here. Lithuanians have stuff to counter camels. Lithuanians have stuff to counter the Shravamsha riders. Gujara is not usually going into archers, so I just have a question on like, what do you make later on in the game if you're Vinchester?
Yeah, Gujaras really struggling with that. When I'm playing Gujaras, I usually like to go for the crossbows and then transition into the Shravamsha rider, depending on what my opponent is going for. But it is tough. They don't have the clear unit pathway. They are missing pikemen. And that is already a huge deal, because if your opponent goes for the knight play, then you kind of only base on crossbows to fight against that.
We also have these camels. Man, these flaming camels.
They're scary.
Vinchester tried. He saw non-loomed vills from Valis in the last set. There was 4 of them stacked up against a wood line, and he tried to kill them, and they couldn't even kill a non-loomed vill. He weakened a bunch of them, but you sacrifice his camel for nothing, basically.
What? It doesn't even kill a villager.
It's only 20 attack, bro.
What?
I think he was disappointed, honestly.
20. Yeah. I was expecting that one to kill the unloomed villagers at least, but yeah.
Ooh, has he held open the walls long enough, too?
I don't think so.
Nope. Good defense from Vinch.
Yeah. And now these 3 men-at-arms right now feel very useless. They're not going to achieve anything. And, you know, the stable being attacked, that's not a big deal at all. And
look at this. Vinchester is still finding more hurtables. He's got a turkey. He's got a goat. There's a pig over there. I think the first scout from Vinch should go and scout the rest of the map. and find more of those things. Like there's water buffalo, sheep, everything left over. And then once you get like 3 scouts, then you go to Hera's base and look for damage.
Yeah, exactly. How many?
He's got 16 right now.
16, okay.
Yeah.
Vinchester, very interestingly enough, he has not scouted Hera at all. Like he has no idea where he
I understand that though. You want as much food as you can, right? You're trying to get greedy.
Yes.
Trying to get really greedy.
Yeah. Now we have the spear in the front as well, so there's no way that Vinchester can engage into that at all with those scouts. But ideally, he uses those scouts to harass Hera's Hera's base. And Vinchester just fenced it off with skirms or archers himself.
I like how like the flaming camel leaves behind fire if you're using capture age. Like it occasionally just leaves behind the little fire texture.
Yes.
Like it ate some really spicy food the night before, you know?
Oh god, yeah.
Like super hot sauce. It's just leaving the evidence behind. Yep.
I can relate, yeah. Sometimes we have those moments where like, fire.
Dude, we had that at N4C. We did a spicy Korean noodle eating contest. And
how does that look like?
It was bad because the Muslim who I tied with for the winner of that contest, he does not deal with spicy foods well, but he did it anyway. And the next day he was like KO'd, man. He was gone.
What was it? Was it the second day?
It was the day after, and he's sending us text messages like, help.
Yeah. Because
he's like, this is the end. He's in the washroom like, this is the end. It's over for me.
I remember that I saw something that he was having issues with his stomach, and I guess it's because of that.
No. That was before that. That's because he's lactose intolerant as well. So that was before.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, this was like a couple nights after that.
Okay. So literally, you didn't have any problem at all.
It was very spicy when I was eating it, but the next day I didn't have any problems. But we went to the zoo. We went to the zoo the next day, basically with everyone, or like 4 or 5 of us. And he went to the washroom, and we're all sitting at a table, like drinking our coffee or whatever. And he's live texting us, like, "This is it. It's over."
Oh god, poor guy, man.
This is where it ends.
Like, yeah. You guys have to abandon me. I will not be able to do anything.
All right, so after all of that, Hera not really able to do any serious damage. Vinchester defending, and Vinchester with that passive food income from the herdables. I wonder how many he has now. He's got 3 mills
24.
garrison. Damn,
24.
dude. Look at that go up.
That's just insane. He even goes for Wilbur now, so his economy is going to be extremely strong. And I don't see how Hera can even match that. Like, there's no chance he can do anything about that.
I think the thing you have to remember, though, if you're Hera, it's like, don't let it get to your head. You know, because at the end of the day, it's similar to, like we said, 4 or 5 Khmer farmers, which is strong, but it's not a game-ending scenario, right? So you can't let it force you into decisions that are maybe a little bit too risky.
Yeah. Now we see the scout out for Hera, so he's going to be able to keep those skirms away, or kick those away. And yeah, Vinchester has nothing else to do but to retreat. And Hera's army is very, very strong, so he has to now make something happen, because Vinchester, as we mentioned, he has the slight advantage in terms of economy. And Hera now, with the bigger army, needs to find some potential damage here.
He's also Gajara's, though. And like you said, Gajara's lacking the pikeman upgrades. Their archer line isn't that great. So even though Vinchester is going into archers into crossbows here, once he reaches Castle Age, Hera should theoretically have the better unit options than him. And I think you always have to have that in the back of your mind. Like, fine, he's got the eco advantage. Let's play for late game. I could probably take this as long as he doesn't do significant damage to me.
Yeah, exactly. And now it feels like Hera is also taking the advantage in terms of the
great
fight here.
Holy.
Yeah, it's amazing. It looks amazing. He kills 3 skirms, 2 archers here, I think. Archer numbers are still rather equal, 6 against 8. However, if we're thinking about who ups to Castle Age faster, it definitely will be Vinchester. However, Dave, Hera is not going to trail behind too much.
Vinchester adding a stable behind. So he probably wants to mix in some Shirvamsha riders, which can be really strong.
Yeah, for sure.
Or some camels to potentially counter the night play if Hera wants to switch into that. His woodlines are going to be an issue for him, though. So once Vinchester gets to the next stage, I think he needs to go for another TC immediately and secure some wood.
Yep. I'm also wondering, is he building the Shramsha rider, or does he want to focus on the camels? I mean, we are going to see that most likely now. If he could build feudal camels already, if he wants to then transition into the camels and castle age, but it doesn't look like he wants to invest into that. He has resources, so I'm expecting him to go for the Shravamsha rider.
Oh, yikes.
We have a fight going on.
That's bad. You have the advantage up to castle age. It's not that big of an advantage, but you run right into the army. But Vinchester somehow getting value for that fight, even though he ran right into Hera's army. I think that's because he had the armor and Hera did not.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference, right? And both players so much on point with their micro. So yeah, we have now still a very equal situation. 7 archers against 6.
Also, look at I noticed this throughout all the sets today, and a lot of the times when I cast Vinchester, the idle TC time for him gets insane sometimes. Like, it's at 1:50, Jordan. Like, there's no reason you should be, 7 villagers behind your opponent right now.
Yeah, he has wheelbarrow, but still 3 villagers or 4 villagers completely unnecessary. And that's definitely something which can butt you in the butt in the long term. And Hera is very clean with his macro so far, only 20 seconds of idle time. And now both players are engaging in the middle once again. Hera trying to catch him off guard before he gets his upgrades in, but I don't think Vinchester is going to be able to do too much.
Great micro from Hera, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Holy.
It's so frustrating.
He gets value too out of the archers. Even splits away from that, but mistimed the click for the shot, so he only gets one more. But still, this is pretty good for Hera. But he's still going for crossbows. He's not going for the elite skirms, so the crossbows will make their way in here. And Hera's only going to have 2 in defense, so this is really good for Vinchester.
Yeah. This is amazing for Vinchester right now. He will have the complete lead here. And he has 10 army against 3 and now, and all of a sudden, he's going to kill so many villagers in the process. He will be able to kill it, but a lot of idle time has been cost. And Dave, the value of those crossbows has been amazing. Insane.
Yep. And he wins that fight against Hera with only 4 crossbows left over. And how many vills did he kill there? 5? I think, with those. So. And here comes the camel, and it got in time. Credit to Hera for putting those house walls in, but now the scout is in from the backside, and Hera's got to be very frustrated with this series of events.
Yeah, for sure. Also, he's trying to expand on the south side with the wood, but if we're looking at the score right now, it's not looking too good for Hera. And Vinch is also going for Thumb Ring and lead their archer army. Dave, he can afford anything.
He's getting everything. Sheep. Yeah, he's getting everything with those sheep. I mean, he is also able to afford it because he stalls out his TCs as well, Jordan. So we have to, we have to consider that. Like, if Vinchester had been producing constantly from the town centers, maybe he wouldn't be in this position right now. But maybe he would be, 5 villagers up on Hera instead of just 4 right now and wheelbarrow. We have to consider wheelbarrow as well.
Yeah, for sure. I'm wondering now, he's going for scaleboarding armor. I would love to see a Shramsha rider from him right now, but I don't see that one being produced. Okay, never mind. There is one queued up in his stable. So that's definitely something he can go for. And right now, Hera, he will not have the economy to go for knights himself, which is the right unit to go for against the Shramsha rider. You don't really want to have the crossbows in low masses because they just die to the Shramsha rider.
I wonder what the ideal number is for crossbows to hit that thing, because you got to break through the armor first.
Shield.
Yeah.
I think you need around 20 crossbows, something like that.
Probably. But even if you have 12, you're 2-shotting them, so it's not terrible. And they don't have that much attack. Like, they've got 8 attack, right? So.
So apparently 25 crossbows, 1-shot a Shramsha rider.
With +2 armor, or 1? Bloodlines? Let's get deep into this.
Yeah, that's
hey guys, spirit of the law here. Yeah.
So if you have those and those upgrades, you need that amount of
Yeah.
crossbows. Yeah, that's
All right,
too
more
much for me,
villagers going down at the front here to 2 crossbows. That's 3 vills dead there, I believe. Vinchester with ballistics. Hera now with ballistics. We got the micro at the back here.
man. Vinchester has thumb ring, that definitely helps, but Hera has the numbers.
Oh, some frustrating misclicks throughout this
Yeah.
game for Hera, just with the timing, with the firing rate of the crossbows.
Yeah. Yeah, but Vinchester is looking very strong right now. 1,000 score ahead. He's even affording forging. When do you see people going for forging at the minute 27 right now?
Well, he can just
In this
afford
kind of
everything
position.
with that, right? Like
He
how many?
can afford everything, yeah. It's amazing.
He's got 28 now. Oh God.
Yeah, that just
It's-
gives you,
So
that gives you so much.
I
Wow.
wonder if like he thought about Gujaras on this map, or if he played Barrels and then he was like, "Hey, wait a second, this is actually pretty good." Literally goated. Literally.
Yeah.
It's got some goats.
You know,
in there.
whenever you see a map with a lot of cows or sheep, you're not thinking about Britons or Tatars, you're thinking about Gujaras.
Yeah. Well, now you are. Oh,
Yeah.
Shravamsha's coming in here, and that's 5 Shravamshas, and we've got 8 crossbows only for Hera. Oh boy. And they have forging
like-
too, Jordan.
Yeah, forging, man. Dave, what is the odd that Hera looks at that unit and be like, what is that?
No, he's been playing a lot recently. I think he knows what they are.
Does he
Now
know
whether
Gujaras?
he complains that it's broken or not is a different
That's a different topic, yeah.
that is a different topic, yeah, but he definitely knows who they are.
And now 58 villages against 42. Army size, they're very, very similar. But Vinchester is going to pull ahead very massively in terms of economy here, Dave.
And he's keeping his TCs going. He's keeping them
Yeah,
rolling.
Exactly. Yeah, 9-minute idle time only for him. And it's just economy-wise, Hera has taken so much damage from the raids from Vinchester. And it was the early 4 crossbows which have done the biggest damage here.
Yeah, you lose one fight, and even if Vinch only had 2 crossbows left over, Hera had a misclick in that fight with the archers where he mistimed the attacking, and he missed out on an attack completely. If he whittles that down to 2 crossbows instead of 4, he only loses like 1 vil there. Manages to fight it off, and now the Shravamshas are in the back here from Hera, and Hera's not gonna like to see that. This might even be like a GG considerable moment here.
Yeah, I would not even be surprised here. The thing about the Shravamsha rider as well is that they are so extremely fast. So that means your mobility is always going to be in your favor. And with the crossbows, you're never going to be able to chase those down. So, yeah, Vinchester is in a beautiful and commanding position.
No hole at the back, but he's just chopped himself a hole. So if Vinchester clicks through,
Oh,
he can find his way in there. Harris should be able to notice that, though. And Vinchester, I like the fact that he's keeping up military production. He's not trying to force his way to, like, Imperial or anything.
yeah.
And he does have 3 on stone, so he's, like, slowly building towards a castle as well.
Yeah, that's a good fight for Hera, though. Like, I don't understand why Vinchester would even take a fight
Yeah, that
here.
doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
No.
That makes no sense.
No, it does not.
He's opened up
Why
a
would he
window here
fight-
for Hera, and Hera's just ignoring the Shravamshas right now. Oh, he's on the wood line, too. So maybe
Yeah,
he was like,
he
I'll
saw
distract there and I'll raid.
Yeah, but obviously not the best trade for Vinchester, but at this point, I think that if he has the
34
economy,
bills.
he has the economy to do so.
33 vills. Oof.
Yeah, that one's rough. I mean, Hera needs to get over there as soon as possible. Try to deal some damage. But Vinchester here has already a bit of army collected already as well. And I just don't see that Hera... Hera needs to add a siege workshop forward now and try to force his way through. But even then, it's going to be a tough one to do.
Oh boy, Hera's going to lose all this army here. Forward, crossbow follow-up as well from Vinchester. Vinchester has 1,200 wood in the bank. So you know he's feeling good. And he's got 5 of these Shravamshas queued up behind this. Still has the Shravamsha army over to the right side so he can come in for the raids again. Still doesn't have +2. Like, he got forging, but he didn't get +2 for these things.
+2 in armor or attack?
Armor.
Armor? I'm wondering if that is such a big deal for those bad boys.
Like
I
it
really don't know.
helps. I think it helps.
I mean,
dude.
it helps. Yeah, it helps.
Why'd you kill the
I've never
elephant,
done the math.
Vinch?
I don't know. Like, why? Like, I don't understand.
Okay, now he
I
sells
think
all of his wood for
they've-
gold,
yeah.
and he queues up a bazillion more units.
He's going for the Shramsha raid, isn't he? Yeah. I guess what we will see now, and that's something I love to do as well, is complete a mass on the Shramsha rider. Because when you have 40 of them, I don't care about how many crossbows you have, you're
Yep.
going to die.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
You're just going to die.
The elite version's really good too. Like 11
Yeah,
bases. It's basically like a Tarkin, dude. It's really good.
Yep. Yep. Now, obviously, Vinchester has a little bit less in terms of the crossbow numbers.
Ooh, and the
But-
flank is incoming.
Yeah,
The flank is incoming. The trees are kind of difficult to maneuver around, and Hera can also move his crossbows into those trees, but Vinchester's just going to attack the villagers behind. Still only 1 TC for Hera. And there's nothing at home now to prevent these Shravamshas from going inside his base.
I don't like that Vinchester's not attacking with his full army. He should definitely be using all of those. He kills the villagers, yes, but now the army of Hera is still existing. And... yeah, I mean, Dave, come on. Hera
It's
is
over.
dead.
Yeah.
It is dead.
Like, even if he wins, if he kills all of these units, he's still dead.
Yeah.
And doesn't lose a single crossbow, and he calls GG. Well played by Vinch. And I wonder if he's, you know, giving a shout out to Barles there for picking Gujaras and being like, oh. Or maybe Barles just drafted it before him, because it seems like a pretty straightforward pick here.
I'm not sure. I guess I haven't seen the drafting between them, but I guess Winchester didn't have that in his mind, because Gujaras feels like one of the most important picks here if that map is there. So, yeah, definitely Winchester taking the advantage here on the first map with Gujaras.
Look at the food difference. Ooh.
What does it say? Let me check. Oh god, I've already skipped that. How much is it?
13K for Vinchester and 5.5 for Hera.
13 to 5.5.
Yeah. Yikes.
Dave, that is a big yikes.
I wonder how much he got. He probably got like 2 or 3K from the goats, honestly, from the herdables.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think we will see Gujaras being played way more often in the future. I think that is the civilization which is by far not figured out yet. And will take 2-3 months until we have a good grasp of it.
I feel like it's going to be one of those civs, though, that like feels really strong early, and then you get into the later stages of the game, and you're just kind of like, oh.
What am I going to do with
what
those?
am I doing? Yeah.
How do you feel about the feudal camel being so expensive?
I like it. It's an instant upgrade, dude. You like, it's an instant upgrade, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of necessary for it to be so expensive, honestly. Imagine if
feel
like,
like we-
it's like the same like eagles. Think about eagles, right? Imagine you're building eagles in feudal age that instantly get upgraded to eagle warrior when you reach castle age.
Yeah. I just feel like that we will never see that unit in feudal age. Never.
Well, is Tato still playing on his feudal age account? Feudal Void or whatever? Is he
Feudal
still
Void,
playing
then
yeah.
maybe. But it's so expensive, man. It's 60 gold and 55 food.
Yeah.
Who can
Same
afford
price.
that in feudal age?
Same price as a regular camel.
Yeah. It's just insane.
So Gujaras was the first draft pick for Vinchester.
Yep. And Lithuanians for Hera.
Okay.
So both used their first pick there. And now, let me check the maps here. I guess we're going to have Surf and Turf or Death Valley. Yeah, one of those two maps, because it's Hera's home map now.
Vinchester tried to go for a sneak on Surf and Turf against Valis and got punished for it badly.
On Surf and Turf, really?
Yep. Tried to go for an archer range sneak. Don't know why.
Ah,
really.
Vinchester.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I succeeded. I was trying to do the sets that no one else would cast. Like not the ACCM Tato, not the Hera ACCM set. So I guess this
Yeah, yeah.
succeeded, you know, and you can tell me about those sets and I can tell you about these sets, you know. We can share,
Man,
Jordan. We can share stories.
Dave, you have to watch the first game of Classic Pro and Hera and just embrace how Hera played the first game.
Didn't he lose
You're
the
going
first
to
game?
He lost it in a fashion where you would say, I have to watch the game.
Okay, I'll watch it. I saw it, dude. I saw Classic Pro yesterday. I cast a game of them on ladder on Arabia. And
Yeah.
Classic Pro clapped him, dude.
He did?
Classic Pro looks really good nowadays. Like he's a great player.
Yeah, I feel like he's the most improved one. Maybe
Him or Sato, maybe.
Yeah, I was about to say him or
Yeah.
Sato. Yeah. Like these two, they have definitely stepped it up. And yeah, it feels like Classic Pro hasn't been as good as Sato the last weeks, and therefore maybe he stands out even a bit more than Sato. Oh, but
What?
map for Vinchester? Oh yeah, Vinchester doesn't have too much.
This map might be a little bit buggy because Vinchester only has one of the deep fish, and him and Valis went back from this map twice.
Oh,
They read twice, I think.
okay.
Scout a bit and then you'll see, says Hera. But Vinchester's not going to see any fish.
Yeah.
Scout a bit, then you'll
see.
see. Nope. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we're going back.
One fish now, cow. Oh, the map creator. He usually watches my games, so.
Is it Viper Cream?
Viper Cream. No
He's
pressure,
watching
man,
here
but
too. Yeah.
Viper Cream, you better get this stuff sorted, man.
Get it fixed.
Exactly. Like, this is a high prestige tournament, okay? You cannot allow things like that to happen.
Yo, Elliot.
Okay, trolling
Art,
off.
thank you for the subs, guys. Thank
It
you.
is what it is. Dave, mistakes happen, you know?
Yep.
It's just, we're human beings.
Yep. But they won't happen again.
I hope so. Don't want to see that again. Okay, Dave, what was your most favorite set so far?
Well, I've only cast 2 before this. So, Vinchester Valis was pretty good, I think.
Yep. Did you see game 3 between Valis and Vinchester, Hans against Franks?
Yes.
That was a masterpiece for me. Like I was so astounded by the way Vinchester played that one. When Valis went for the fast castle, I was praising. I was like, wow, that is
It was a
such
great
good
build.
play.
I thought it was great. Yeah, the way he locked down the left
amazing.
side.
It was amazing. I
But
felt like Winchester's dead. I didn't see how he could counter that, but how Winchester managed it was just amazing as well.
I think Valis made some mistakes in Castle Age though. Like he kept running into the castles instead of like looping around looking for damage. And there were opportunities to maybe hit. He also didn't get bloodlines or the armor upgrades. So every time he ran into those castles, he lost probably like 12 cav archers to the castles, I think. And then he made the rams on the one side, and I think there was an opportunity to go forward with those rams, kill the castle, and sit underneath the castle with the cav archers. And I think you need to get pretty YOLO if you're in a situation like that against a better eco Franks. But yeah, Vinchester played amazing.
You would have dove in there with those rams and the cav archers against the castle.
I think you sit underneath the castle. I think you need to take risks. That's the thing I'm saying. Like,
yeah. I was not sure. I was telling my chat like, I understand if he goes for it. I understand if he doesn't go for it. It's a very tricky thing to go for because he doesn't have the full vision. What he has guaranteed is that he will kill around 15 or 20 villagers because they will charge against the ram. But I also see that you need to have
cav archer
the initiative.
Yeah,
it
was difficult.
It was a very tricky thing. But
Vinchester, he had great timings on the towers and going on his stone, getting the castles up. It was beautiful. Anyway, there's game number 2 here. Surf and turf. Got the fish in the middle. You can't dock around this deep water, so you got to dock on these little marsh areas. Hills in the water as well. Standing waves, Jordan. That's what we call them.
And what about the standing waves?
Yeah. Standing waves. That's the only
What
thing
is
that I can use to explain elevations in water. Unless this is a
standing
different
waves?
a different universe
Ah.
where like the laws of
Oh, I like that comparison. The standing waves, like it's frozen.
yeah. So it's like, you know,
Ah,
when two streams of water meet and the water
yeah,
kind of elevates because there's pressure from
yeah,
both sides. Yeah, that's what
yeah.
it has to be. Although why there's trees on top, I don't know, but
Are you, Dave? Are we really going into the direction where you're questioning Age of Empires 2 logic?
when there's hills in water and there's still water on top of the yes.
Can you? Okay. You know what bugs me more? How can a transport fit in
And
10
5
elephants?
elephants and only 5 archers. Yeah, yeah.
How?
Um,
That is the biggest question mark for me, just to be honest.
grease, lube. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
I think
Squeeze them
that
in.
Age of Empires. I think Age of Empires doesn't always make sense. That's what I'm trying to say, Dave.
I'm just saying, archers are very particular about their personal space. You can toss elephants in anywhere.
They don't care.
Yeah.
But archers, they're
They're very
demanding.
prickly, dude. They're very prickly.
Love it. Dave, if you're thinking about all the logic Age of Empires 2 has, for you, your personal top 3.
The fact that villagers can shoot deer and boars and stuff with their bow, but they don't think far enough ahead to, you know, be able to shoot military with the bow just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
The fact that monks can shout at a unit and then it magically joins their side is a bit weird, as we see the spearman trying to lame here. Hera decides against that. And then, I don't know. I'd have to think about the next one.
Yeah, it is a tough one.
Yeah.
One thing which also worries me a bit is if you see a castle in flames. Like,
Stone can burn if it's hot enough. And there's like wooden fortifications behind it, you know? That like, how do you think they set up this stone? They have the beams and everything, you know? You gotta build the scaffolding before you build the stone.
okay, so for you that has a reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, probably a lot of tar and stuff inside the castle. A lot of tapestries, you know?
Which is very flammable, right?
Yeah, very flammable.
And is it flammable or inflame?
It's flammable.
Flammable. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We have passed the moment where you're still thinking about teaching me the right pronunciations. We have come across that. I like that.
All right, so we've got Vinchester going up with the Huns. We haven't even talked about the Civs. Huns versus Vikings.
No, nothing. Yeah.
And he's going up on 18 villagers here. Hera's going up at 20 villagers. Now, Hera is going to have cheaper galleys, but I don't know how much he's going to contest the water here against Huns. It feels like if you're further behind in Feudal Age, it's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, especially as you mentioned, 2 villages behind in that regard. In regard to uptime means that potential fire galleys could be coming and complete dominate.
And you don't even have fire galleys to make, so
Exactly. And that's definitely something where you want to go for the fire galleys, because that doesn't give the Viking player any chance whatsoever. I'm not sure though. Does he go for the fire galleys? I think he will do, because he has 4 in gold. That's for me an indicator, Dave, that he's going to do so.
Yep. It always I always wondered, and I know what the explanation is, but it still was curious to me that people don't go up. Like, no, we don't see the super YOLO fast uptime build from the Vikings more often than we do. Because you immediately get the benefit of wheelbarrow as soon as you hit Feudal Age. So it should make sense.
No, the wheelbarrow is not that big of an impact.
No, I know, but like there's other civs that don't really have an early eco bonus that also go up quickly. But Vikings, whenever people are playing them, they tend to go up a little bit later as well. I don't know. It's just maybe it's just the play style.
Tell me a civ where you would say they go up fast, even though they don't really have a good economy bonus. Do you have anything in mind?
We have Magyars on there as well. We've got, I guess you can make the argument for Huns, although they don't have to pay for houses, but they do start with less wood. By the time you go up, it's not really, you're not saving that much wood whatsoever. You're going to make me run through all the civs, aren't you? We've got galleys here, Jordan. We've got galleys.
We got galleys. That was completely, I didn't expect that, Dave. I didn't expect that. Okay. Now Hera is completely fine because he will be having the numbers advantage, and he has Vikings.
Yep. And he's got these hills to work with too. Hill bonus on water.
The static wave.
Standing wave, yeah, exactly. How does one sail uphill on water as well?
Is that possible? I don't think so. Like,
well,
I'm not
it's also
physics.
You know what though? The biggest thing that I think has been overlooked is that the wind is blowing for these ships whatever way the players want it to blow.
That's true.
The sails are always full.
That means there is a flaw to your logic.
Mm-hmm. And that might be my third one for Age of Empires logic.
Ah, now we finally have gotten closer to that.
Yep. Unless they've got like a hole in the bottom with a guy with his feet sticking out, just like really fast pedaling. Like a Flintstone car.
Man, I like your creativity, Dave. Like, you have... The way you look at Age of Empires 2 is completely different compared to my way
I'm an idiot.
Looking at it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Dave, if we're looking at the game, Vinchester keeping Hera back, and look at what he has at the back of Hera's woodline.
Oh, this looks awfully familiar, guys. If anyone was here for the set against Valis, this is exactly where Vinchester approached before, and this is exactly what he did before. He goes for an archery range there. Unfortunate. Okay, good. He's not going to get any archers stuck in the woodline there. There is space for them to go around.
He's going for 2 archery ranges. One at the home and one at Hera's base. Interesting. Okay, I mean, this is the safer play, Dave.
Yep.
Because if Hera was going for archers himself, then he obviously would have the skirms to counter that.
All right, so Hera is going to be able to defend perfectly fine on the hill here. Vinchester is basically just buying himself enough time at the moment.
Yeah.
He knows he's going to lose his fish.
Yep.
At least Hera will have to like remake a dock to make his fish more efficient because there's nothing back there. It looks like he's fishing the berry bush right now, but there's actually a shorefish underneath that he's taking.
Yeah. Yeah, this one looks always hilarious on this map. You feel like the fish is going ham on the berries, but indeed it's not. And if we look at Hera's point of view, he has no idea whatsoever that there's a landing coming in, but he's adding an archer range already, so he's well aware that there must be something coming up for Vinchester right now.
I think Vinch is learning a little bit. So the last time when he played against Valis, he went for the sneak archer range on this map. He went for a couple archers forward, and then he added the range later on at home in defense as a response to the archers coming across. But he already has skirmishers queued there. Yep. Or he already has them garrisoned, so he's waiting for the archers from Hera. He fully expects this.
Yeah. But obviously, that one is not going to be too relevant, because Hera is going to be busy with defending him right now.
There's a stable already for Vinchester. Stable already, and he's getting all this food from the salmon that are in the grass as he heads into the woodline.
Yeah.
Wheelbarrow helping out though. Those vills are fast.
Wheelbarrow helping out. 2 villages will go down though for Hera, and that is a very nice pickup for Vinchester. And if we look at his economy right now, it's not looking too bad as well for Vinchester. So
it's pretty good.
I guess you could even make the argument that he will be up to fuel age, castle age faster. And now, Dave, how often do we see Hera actually building skirms?
You tell me, because I don't know where this question is going. He feels like more of an archer guy than a skirm guy, unless it's in castle age, and then sometimes we see it.
Yeah, but I barely see him going for skirms, so it's very interesting to see that. Now there's a tower coming up for Hera, and Hera, okay, he's not too far away from castle age himself. However, Vinchester has clicked up to castle age already, and Hera has not seen that yet, has he? No, he didn't see it yet.
Ooh, the scout might be a problem here for Hera. That's a good addition there for Vinchester, and I can't believe he's on the way to castle age. after losing water and adding 2 archery ranges and a stable. And Hera is not even clicked up yet. And he's had the fish the entire time. So Vinchester went, his transition was beautiful going on to those fish at home. He's all out of the fish now. He's taking the rest of the deer, but the economy balance from him has been masterful this game so far.
Yeah. Vinchester is playing such a beautiful game. As you mentioned, the transitioning has been on point for Vinchester. He's going to be able to crack out knights now, especially with funds. They are being produced faster, which is really helpful as well. And Hera has not really a clear indicator that the stable is up. I guess at this point, he assumes it. But yeah, it's not going to happen. Hera also preventing the redocking of Vinchester, but I don't think that's something you have to focus on too much right now.
You shouldn't have sent those vills across that way. You should have just sent them home. They want to go home, Vinch!
What?
Yikes. That sucks.
2 villagers down, Dave.
Yep.
I mean, Vinchester has to realize that Hera is not gathering any wood on his main island right now. Okay, he has that on the tower, but yeah, it's hard to judge that there is another wood line for Hera.
Especially now with the changes to the game, right? Where you can't see those wood lines are being taken. Previously, Vinchester would have been able to see that and potentially punish it.
Exactly, yeah. What I don't like about Vinchester's situation right now is that he doesn't have the armor upgrade on his cavalry, so the push is not going to be as scary as he was hoping it to be.
I love the fact, absolutely love the fact that Hera has all these galleys stationed exactly far enough apart to stop the docks. And he'll see the units coming across as well, which basically forces Vinch into the forward siege workshop. I think he wanted to spend the food or the wood on the docks, but he doesn't have an opportunity to do that. So he's going to go into the forward siege workshop. Hera will know he's likely going into this, and he's going to add a second TC at home.
Yeah, he's adding a TC. He wants to further expand his economy. Hera, in the meanwhile, he's going for university now. And I don't expect Vinchester to even think about that on the left-hand side there could be something. I guess Vinchester is like fully committing now to the aggression against the tower. And I cannot blame him. It's the right thing to go for.
And Hera reading this well, too. He brings 2 galleys over to the right side just in case Vinch wants to loop around with those crossbows.
Oh, and he finds the gold on the other side.
That's brutal. Hera's going to be very not happy about that.
Yeah.
After all the precautions he's taken, and then he gets found over here. And he's still dealing with the stuff at the back. Cav Archer now out from Vinchester. Still has the siege here. Hera's sending crossbows across the water. Knights are still chasing after the villagers. And now there's a crossbow over there from Vinchester too. And he's had 2 TCs behind this. Hera does have wheelbarrow and handcart, but Vinchester is about to pull ahead in villagers, I think.
Exactly. And you know, Dave, I absolutely love that for Vinchester. Just him realizing what the situation is and him understanding the fact that Hera must be taking wood in a different place makes him such a good player, right? Just realizing that is just amazing to witness.
Vinchester
because how many
notices
players
the
would have done
Meganol.
that? Yeah, sorry for that.
No. I think he has to like explore over there. I think that's the logical thing, but it's hard to come up with that answer in the middle of a game, right? Especially a hectic game where you have a base forward. It's really, really good from him.
Both players trying to micro their heart out while with the mangonels, and it feels like both players are kind of equal in that part. Now the knight is adding so much value though.
And the knights are coming in at exactly the same time over at the gold, but Hera is here. So Hera is all over the defense, and Hera is one of the best players at defending.
Yeah.
And I
maybe
think,
even the best.
Yeah,
He's
either him
so
or
good at that. Or Viper.
MBL on a good day can be.
Oh yeah, MBL. Yeah.
What a rat.
Yeah. Maybe MBL.
He just never dies, dude. He just never dies.
Every team game.
Yeah.
Where people are trying to all in on him.
Yeah.
The other team loses.
I remember the one, it was the one with all the wood in the center. You guys were playing like a 4v4 against them. And you literally like 2v1 or 3v1 MBL.
Yeah.
Just
He survived.
He held in feudal age against like 2 castle age armies. It's
Yeah,
like what
and
the
then,
fuck?
and then Nico fully boomed.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All
Yeah.
right. So
On the
good
north-
micro here from Vinchester to save the mangonels. He did lose the forward Ville though.
He did. Oh, he lost that one. Okay, that's massive. On the left-hand side of Winchester's base, we also have crossbows getting some raiding in, and that is a big. Well, yeah, that's a big damage done to Winchester's economy right now because he doesn't have a proper wood line to take wood
Oh, he's
from
going
right
for
now.
the TC. He needs to delay. And the villagers are on top of the TC. Oh no, and more vills are walking on top of the TC. Oh no, Jordan! Vinchester's
could be
like,
massive,
get
Jake.
off! Delete the woman! Delete her!
What? Now he realizes.
Hera
okay.
runs away though.
Fixes.
Hera runs
Yeah,
away.
that could have been so disastrous because Winchester doesn't have the ballistics,
Yeah,
and he could have been able to kill so many villagers right there.
that would have been
Winchester
so
does
brutal.
yeah, Winchester is doing such a good job in microing his mangonels though.
Yeah.
Really got to say.
Also important to
feels
note
like-
that like Hera's fish
yeah.
have not been very good throughout this whole thing. He won the water, but
Yeah.
he's taken fish from so far away with these fishing ships, and he hasn't added any extras, so it's not really boosting his economy as much.
Also, if we look at the economy, it looks extremely close right now. And yeah, Hera has the magical number of 8 crossbows. That's exactly the number you need for one-shotting a villager. And if you look at the overall situation after all that has happened,
Hera's gonna get
Feels
both these
like-
mangonels. Watch.
yeah, he will.
Ouch.
You nailed it, Dave. You nailed it.
Galley's also harassing the wood line that Vinchester had to run to with the Vills. Oh boy, and these crossbows are still alive at the back. Vinchester without even the first armor upgrade on the skirms, so crossbows are gonna kill those. And Hera now going for a second TC. And Hera, even though he's 11 Vills behind, I think the ecos are more or less similar because he's had wheelbarrow and handcart this entire time
I think
throughout
so as
this. And he's had the fishing ships too, so.
well. Yeah, I think so as well. If we look at the idle TC time for Winchester, it's increasing and it's
Yeah.
increasing. And those crossbows, they are doing so much damage right now as well for Hera. So he has initiative, and it feels like he's not going to allow Winchester anything
Yep.
to get back to this game.
It should be a castle soon from him as well. All he sees is elite skirms, so I think... Oh, look at how many Vills on the gold he just killed.
Yeah.
Vinchester buying food for the first armor upgrade. That's not good.
Yeah.
I think it could be a forward castle even from Hera. Right near that
Yeah, I would
stone
not-
on the TC.
I would not even be surprised. Yeah, okay, we will not even get to that point because Winchester realizes the situation, knows, okay, there's no way I can come back to this one. That was a very nice display by Hera, and
Mhm.
in terms of the defensive part, I think the most crucial thing was him building the tower here. With that tower, he was able to secure the gold and the wood to a certain degree, and yeah, him winning then the water, not allowing any redox shenanigans, and just continuing with the archers won him the game, Dave.
I think just spreading out the galleys honestly almost won him the game. Because once you do that, once you deny the potential for Vinch coming back on water, you can always back away from your main base. The tower secures that area. He kept that alive against double mangonel. And you just keep running over to the north. Keep massing up your crossbows. You should be safe.
Yeah. Awesome stuff.
Do you
Okay,
think there is a
yeah.
potential there for Vinchester to go 1 TC like night production maybe?
I think there is, yeah. And that's also something I was expecting him to do.
Yeah.
I thought he would go full knight and mangonel aggression, and I think it would have been very successful because of the fact that Vikings lack redemption. So yeah, I think it would have been a better play. And with the way he approached it he was going for 2TC and also skirms in order to counter against those crossbows, but it's hard because you cannot afford the food or the food income you need, because you need to produce villagers from the TCs. You need to get upgrades for the skirms in order for them to be really effective against those crossbows, and you need to also build the skirms, so they cost quite a lot of food as well, 25. So overall, it was just not sustainable for Winchester there.
So the winner of this weekly gets invited to Red Bull, right?
Who told you that?
Super prestigious tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much on the line right now. For
So
both
much on the
players.
line right now. Yep.
Yeah. So if I was them, I would be, extremely nervous right now.
Sweating.
Yeah. We talked about the sweat in our previous cast.
Yep.
How much sweat do you think Winchester's and Hera's keyboards have right now?
It's a lot.
This moment?
It's a lot. It's honestly a lot. Yep.
How much?
I mean, Hera's taken down his curtains and he's wiping the keyboard with the curtains right now.
Oh god, I could ask you those kind of questions 24/7 and you come up with answers like that. I love that. It's just insane. You know, you're that one kind of guy who can handle my questions. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And now, Dave, we have focused a little bit on Hera.
Yep.
How much sweat do you think Vinchester has on his headset right now?
Vinchester actually doesn't wear a headset. No. He wears a hybrid Russian hat. You know, the furry ones? And he's got earbuds set up, wireless, of course, in the little flaps that come down.
Yeah.
And that's what he wears.
Okay, so no headset for sweat.
Exactly. And he sits on a bear. So, hello, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Did you not hear me laughing? I was cracking up right now.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Good.
stuff. He's sitting on a bear. I love that. Why is it that there's this stereotype of the Russians having more contact with bears? We could
Because they're probably the Canadians, yeah, but like Russia's Russia's so big, the country, that like it probably has 60%, maybe 70% of the world's bear population, probably.
What? That much?
Yeah, like if we think about Canada, so Canada is about 9.8 or something million square kilometers, and Russia is like 17.8 million square kilometers. So it's like, it's big, and Canada's the second biggest country, and Russia has like all that area, all that wilderness, you know. So there's a reason we think of them with bears.
Oh,
it's a lot of bears.
How do you come up with those kind of numbers?
I think they're correct. I'm trying to pull the numbers off the top of my head. Let's see. Country.
But how do you know that kind of stuff?
I don't know. I looked it up once.
Have you
17? 9.9 for Canada and 17 million for Russia. 17.1. So I was off.
That's exactly what you said, right?
No, I said 17.8 and I said 9.8 for Canada.
I'm disappointed.
I was off. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was expecting more from you, Dave. I was definitely expecting more from you. But okay, you know, you cannot do everything proper, Dave. Right? There must be certain fields where you're not having the full knowledge, and I think geography is one of those.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Not gonna argue that one.
I will not.
You can listen. You can watch my channel enough and redeem the 200,000 points for a GeoGuessr show match, or however much it is, and then we can battle it out. All right.
Okay. So you're saying you're better in GeoGuessr than I am?
At least I can say the word.
Whoa. Okay. Tell me. Okay. Tell me how it is.
Geography.
In German.
Okay, what is it in German?
Geography.
Okay.
Say it again.
Geography?
Yeah, okay, it was not so bad. Worse than my English, but you know.
Okay.
I'm getting there, Dave.
I'm getting there. Perfect. Good.
Okay. Dave, can I, before we get into the game,
yeah,
can I ask you to pronounce me my most favorite word, which I know?
Discrepancy?
No. It's a barbarian word. Are you ready?
Okay, go.
Can
you say it again? Can you say it in a sentence?
No.
Well, I
This-
can't
this-
say it unless you
this-
say it in a sentence. So
This Orchgatzer ist richtig schön.
I've already the first syllable is wah. That's the first syllable. I lost after that though. I'm completely lost, bro.
That's hilarious. I always, when I have people coming to Germany and they're trying to play around with German words, I always ask them if they can pronounce that one because that's just amazing.
Okay. Give it to me
Dave,
again and I'll
it's-
try. Give it to me again and I'll try. It's Nomad. We've got time.
Okay, Orchgatzer.
Wakashowswaf.
Okay, we're getting there.
Dude, it's tough, dude.
It is
tough.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, so Nomad here, Spanish against Persians, both good Nomad civs. I think Spanish is generally considered to be like one of the best now, especially with the changes to or no, that was Mamluks they changed, not conquistadors, for not taking the damage against skirmishers. But still, Spanish really, really strong here, and Persians also very strong.
Yeah. So in the recent patches, there has been no modification to those two civilizations, which could impact Nomad. So both of them are standard. Malians, we had a change on them, which made them a little bit weaker. However, Spanish against Persians, those two civilizations with Malians, I would say the top 3 on Nomad right now.
Lithuanians are up there too. It's like there's like I think there's like those 4, and then you can start thinking about others.
Yeah. So with Persians, you have the huge advantage that you can build a TC, a house, and a dock, and a fishing boat before getting wood in, and that helps your food income a lot. And with Spanish, obviously, you're able to build the buildings faster, and they have, in my opinion, the strongest castle age unit in the game.
Yep, I agree. Well, unless you count monks. But yeah.
Yeah. Monks is obviously the strongest unit in the game, I think, in 1v1.
But it's conquistadors, I would agree with you. And it's on Nomad, especially like the generations nowadays, it feels like you can get away with an FC into Conks more than you could previously because the resources allocation is just so consistent. And we see that over here with Boris available near the TC from Vinchester. His problem is going to be that the stone is pretty far away. So if he wants to go into that castle, he might have an issue. But Spanish can do things other than that as well. Like he could go for, if he identifies Hera and he's in a good position, could go for like a monk push as well. Could go on water if he feels like he's further ahead or has had a good start over Hera. So it's not just all about the conks with Spanish.
Yeah, the thing is, however, if we look at the water, both players are, I would say, further away from each other. It could be further, but definitely further still. And Vinchester has spotted the stone on the right-hand side. That is very good. And he also spotted the house of Hera. So if we take a look at his fog of war, he sees that. So he knows exactly where Hera is. And that is a big tell. Because knowing that information tells him, okay, I have enough time to pull off a eventual fast castle. Because the likelihood of Hera being able to put on the aggression onto me early, where it would be crucial to me, potentially, is just not going to be there, Dave.
And if he feels like, it's weird to say this, but if he feels like he's not going to contest water all that much, he'll add more fish in order to get up to Castle Age faster. So he's gonna add like 7 or 8 fish here at the top side. I didn't like the fact that Hera wasn't scouting with these sheep. He's now scouting with them. But a lot of players, like especially players that are really good at Nomad, like Project Belgium or Yo or something really accustomed to the map, would never have the sheep sitting under the TC.
No.
They would always be scouting the shorelines with those. And if we look at Hera's scouting, he's now using a fishing ship in the north. So he might find the dock, but you really need that information at like minute 6 or 7 to start planning out your build and your game plan.
Exactly. Vinchester, he in theory would have the food to go up to feudal age. I'm wondering if he's going to go for that. No, he's on stone.
Yeah,
Dave, he's on stone. So he wants to go for fast castle. And I can already tell you now, this is going to be a lovely approach by him because I don't think that Hera can stop that very, very fast castle time, which we will see from Vinchester. His villager is going to spot the TC though.
Phil's gonna spot the TC, immediately turns around, she nopes right out of that one. Like,
Yeah, luckily for her.
I don't want to be there. She had no loom either. He has the fishing ship
Wow.
scouting to the south, and he's found the dock in the north with his fishing ship as well. So he knows exactly where Vinchester is going to be. He's a minute faster to the feudal age, but if he goes for water pressure here, by the time he gets the fire galley around that way, but it's just not going to be in time to kill enough fish to stall out that food production.
Yeah, exactly.
Vinch is on the
Hera,
deer as well with the mills, so he's going to have extra food coming in.
Yeah, Hera even has the lumber camp towards Winchester's base. He obviously had no idea that this was the case. But this is not the ideal scenario for him. And now, with Hera having the second dock rather passive as well, and he's going for fire galleys instead of galleys. I think galleys make more sense right now, because with those you can snipe off the fishing boats much faster.
Little cheaper too, so you go with 2 of them if you're suspecting an FC. They're faster as well. So you just make a couple of those and go over and snipe the fish. But Hera's going for a dock at the north. So that's good for
overcommitment.
Faster production. Unless he's going to add a ton of fish here.
I think right now what Hera is thinking is that he wants to harass the fish as soon as possible. He will use that dock for fishing booming, obviously, but it feels like to me, Dave, that he is investing too much onto wood right now, and he will not have the time to save himself on the land.
Vinchester's going to see the stone, and he's going to see the villas chopping wood over there.
Yeah.
And he's going to attack them. No loom for Hera.
Yeah. That is a very, very dicey game which Winchester is playing right now. And he's up to Castle Age, Dave.
Yep. Like I said, with the map generations now in Nomad, like you remember old Nomad on original AoE 2, right? Like sometimes you just got screwed, dude. Like sometimes
you don't have anything.
You had one sheep on the side of the map, on the whole half of the map that you were on, right? But now it's so consistent. You can pull stuff like this off without having to really worry about it. Vinchester, unfortunately, going to run into the TC from Hera, but he's going to notice that in time as Hera clears up his fish in the north. And Vinchester is likely to come forward with a castle right near that stone, but Hera knows this is coming. And he's going for the wall off immediately.
Yeah. And that's exactly what he needs to be doing. They're trying to, or he's trying to wall in the villager, and he's going to be successful in doing so, I would assume.
Idle time, though. Look, Vinch is just messing around with him now. He's like, I'm going through. Nope, not going through. I'm going this way. Nope. Am I going that way? Oh, making a break for it. TC can't hit me.
The villager is going to survive now. Oh, no.
No. If he moved to the north there, I think he could have survived that.
Yeah.
Here come the vills,
so
though.
Dave, where would you put the castle?
Right outside that palisade wall. It's still going to be in range of that stone, right?
And I think that's exactly what we were going to see from Winchester. And,
yeah.
you know, the moment when you have the resources to click up, but you can't because the second building is missing, is something which is rather annoying.
Oh,
I
Vinch
think
also,
on the right-hand side.
He also pulled all his vills off stone, so he's going to have to buy 100 stone.
Yeah.
A little bit too early there, but he'll get that. And he's going to the right. Oh, my goodness. Will he find this gold? He sees that little edge of the gold on the right side, but I don't think he suspects Hera is out there. He probably thinks Hera has the gold further back.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering, how is Hera even going to think about holding this one?
Okay.
This is just going to be catastrophic for him.
You make two. Oh, man, you make petards here. I would make petards here.
No way.
Yes, way.
It's Persians.
Oh, yeah, true. Yep. So I would
man.
fail.
How much do you need for normal TC? 4, right? Or
5. But you have the castle attacking it too.
Okay.
So you probably only need 3, realistically, if you garrison the villas in there.
Yeah. And yeah, Vinchester is going to be extremely annoying with those conquistadors for sure. Hera going for the skirm play, and I love that move. Because he has the extra food income from the fishing boat, so he will be able to sustain that. But yeah, those conquistadors are still so annoying against those.
Now, do you
against everything?
Do you go full conch production here, or do you make a few conks, run around a raid, and then try and get something back on the water?
No. Full conquista play.
Okay.
You want to add even siege if possible, and then there's no chance Hera can hold this. If you go onto water, then you're playing into your opponent's hands.
Okay.
Because the thing is, you have to invest so much as the Castle Age player here, as Vinchester, to get the how's it called, the War Galley upgrade as well, and you can just defend that with feudal ship with the fire galleys. So yeah, it's not worth the investment.
All right, Elite Skirm is on the way in from Hera. No Bodkin arrow yet. He doesn't have the gold. He's been cut off that gold on the right side. And there's really nothing for him to go to in terms of gold here, Jordan.
No.
He's got that, and that's it.
Yeah.
He's going for a university, but my man doesn't have any gold. He's now YOLOing out to that gold in the north, and Vinch is going to find him. Uh-oh. Vinch is going to be like, hey, wait a second. Why is he doing this? And why is he dropping a market with 6 villagers at the moment?
Is he lacking resources right now?
Yeah, and where are these guys going out? Oh, I see. Villagers going that way. Right.
Yeah, this is just horrible. To play in Hera's position right now, to play against that stuff is just so annoying. Because he doesn't have the mobility. And those skirms, they need to be fully upgraded. And they need to have
With
ballistics as well.
Yep.
Yep. And I think Hera has to
Pause.
call it here, Dave. Okay, there was a lag spike, but still Vinchester. I mean, yes, he's lacking behind in terms of economy, but the fact that he doesn't have ballistics is just massive as well.
Hera's trying to sell stone as well for the gold. He's not going to have enough. The conks are just picking off these skirms. Conks aren't very accurate with their bullets, but skirms are totally non-accurate when the conks are moving around.
Exactly.
And once the skirms are gone, all these villagers are just food for the conks. As Hera now gets ballistics, so he's YOLO'd into ballistics here. He sold the barn for ballistics, and there's a mangonel. Now 2 mangonels behind for Vinchester. Clearing up all this stuff as Hera YOLO's out for that TC in the north. He still has fish. So the game is not 100% lost yet. He's only 4 villagers behind, and he's had 10 fishing ships with 2 more in the queue. Just needs gold access, and he needs to keep his skirm number up.
The thing is, Dave, he doesn't really have the best wood income as well. So I think he's going to struggle with that a lot as well. The mangonels is such a good addition, and the only thing which keeps him into the game right now is the fishing boats.
Does have enough skirms to fight back the conquistadors, though.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can you justify adding knights here if you're Vinchester?
No, I don't think he has
Stalling
the
out
economy if you...
conk production and going knights.
Yeah, I like mangonels more here.
Okay.
Just focus fully on the mangonel play. Because in theory, Hera just has to add a monastery and then he's going to be able to convert that knight. But with the mangonels are killing the skirms, and they're giving so much more pressure to Hera than the knights could at this moment.
They're going for a siege workshop of his own. Now he's sniping conks. Good micro there from Vinch, though.
Yeah, he saved the conquistador just by that. And at this point, I think it even makes sense for Vinchester to... yeah, he needs to kill that siege workshop.
Kill the siege workshop. Even use the conks to kill that if the villagers get away here.
Yeah.
Kill it before the mangonel comes out. Don't take any chances with this.
Yeah, exactly. And 1 mangonel will come out. And I think... yeah, Vinchester has to be so cautious because there are 3 low HP conquistadors in there as well.
Oh, big shot though. Oh my god. Hera's gonna hate that. But look at all the 3 conks went down. 3 conks went down throughout that.
Yeah, but still. The skirms, they have been decimated. The numbers. And now with those 4 skirms, they're by far not as dangerous as the turn. And now this is looking very good for Vinchester.
Yeah, and Vinch adding a second TC too. Yeah. This is gonna get a little bit out of control here for Hera. Vinch even selling the wood to go into more mangonels. He's got double siege workshop. Persian TCs are the only thing saving Hera right now. Took Vinch a long time to take down the starting one. It's gonna take him a long time to take down this one. Hera
Yeah.
forced into another siege workshop, and it looks like Vinchester is going to go up 2-1
Yeah, it definitely looks like that.
in this incredibly prestigious finals.
Who is giving the winner the what again to the rep of what?
Free ticket to Red Bull, VIP everywhere, steak dinner.
Yeah, even an autograph from
Yep.
Dave the caster himself.
Exactly.
So a lot of good things are going to come
Mm-hmm.
for the player who's going to be the victor of this one, guys. Oh, fighting villagers.
Oh,
or conquistadors
yikes.
villagers.
Yikes. I mean, they don't have bloodlines. They don't have the armor upgrades, but it doesn't matter. That's a lot of dead vills. Mangonel will get a shot there, and now he's fighting Mangonels with villagers. Hey!
Dave, can you cast this one? This is just insane. How can you pull these villagers, man?
It's
He's
impossible.
really all in on that one.
He's all in. The micro from Hera, insane here. Calls the GG. Vinchester calling the GG as well, and Vinch goes up 2-1 over Hera, and that's just Spanish on Nomad 1v1.
I was about to say Spanish are pretty good, I heard.
Yep.
And they were very annoying to play against. Yeah, but also very nice execution from Vinchester. His build was very, very solid, and he was able to stall out his fish quite a bit. I feel like Hera, upon seeing the dock on the northern side, he was still building the one on the southern side. He should have not done that, I think.
Yep.
Because that way he had too much of a wood investment. He could have been up earlier to cast Lage.
Well, that was a pretty convincing one, basically.
Yep. Okay, what else do we have? We have 2 more maps to be played. Excavation is the one which is going to come up next, and I have no idea what that one is. Which one that one was again? Dave, do you know?
Excavation. Looks like there's a bunch of scattered wood lines. We got a hill in the middle. I'm just looking at the thumbnail right now.
Yeah. Okay.
A land map where a rocky border surrounds players. Walling large sections of the map will be difficult. There are many gold mines on the map, as well as stone mines. However, the stone on the map is stuck in the forest, so players will have to chop wood in order to access the stone later on. This prevents tower rushing from being a viable strategy in early game. Okay.
Where do you see that stuff?
It's on Wikipedia. Check Wikipedia, my man.
I do, but where is the information?
If you click on the map, it has its own page. It's kind of a big deal.
Am I blind? Okay, I'll just search for it. Land.
Go to your Brawl page, right? See the maps at the top, and you click on the map.
There.
Yeah, there.
I was on the image.
Ugh.
I have already clicked the image. Dave, I was one step further ahead.
Yep.
And that was the problem. You
Yep.
know, Dave, I've been in this moment a couple of times in my life already where I was just too fast.
Okay. It's too quick.
Yeah, that I knew that one makes you laugh. I like.
It's too quick, man. Well, Jordan, I hope we both make it to Germany, man, in September or October or whenever it is. When is it? October, September? I don't even know.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. I haven't had confirmation yet.
They are not going to do it without you. I'm sure about that.
Okay, well, I hope so.
There's no way. There's no way they do that without you.
I know it wouldn't be the same. I mean, we could toss away that T90 guy, but
yeah, but he moved to Facebook, man. But you know, no. It's just like if you are not invited, I think the whole community is going together and start a riot.
okay.
Yeah.
And
I will.
Will the riot help me get there?
No, but it's all about setting a point.
Oh, okay.
Will that make you feel better?
No.
So we don't have to do the riot.
Yeah. But no, but do it anyway.
Okay, I will initiate it. Okay.
Okay, good. I don't want to see a riot led by you. It'd be the most peaceful riot I think I've ever seen.
What? I can be very, emotionally engaged as well.
Hey guys, let's get this riot started. You know, we're gonna disagree with this decision. Does anyone want some vegan cookies? I baked them at home.
Yeah. Just to get this started properly.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what Dave has an opinion. I like that. So you think I'm a very peaceful guy?
I think so. Yeah. I think you're slow to anger. Just like me, you know, I'm a super peace guy. Peaceful. Super peaceful.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I've never been angry at anything ever.
No, but you're not that emotional, Dave, are you?
No, I'm not.
You're very, very chilled back as well.
Except when I'm streaming, and then I get emotional. That's content, though, Jordan. That's what we call that.
But,
Anyway.
But do you do... I have to raise that question. Do you do it because of the content, or is it just yourself? Like, when you're playing...
Oh, when I'm...
I don't know.
No. When I'm playing
gaming,
something, if there's no one there, I'm very... I don't get really mad. I don't get mad at all. I don't get tilted at all. No.
Okay.
A lot of times I'll laugh it off. But if there's people watching me and I expect better of myself, then I'll get mad. That's the thing, right? So anyway, we're in game number 4 here. Hera against Vinchester. Burgundians for Hera. Franks for Vinchester. Hera might be playing a little bit more of a safe approach. And we've seen Franks on this map. I think this is the 3rd time I've seen Franks on this map today. They're really strong.
They're very good.
Yeah.
Very good. The fact, with this map you start in a way that you don't have any sheep or boars around you. So the only food income you have are the berries, and Franks definitely have the advantage there because they're gathering 10% faster on the berry bushes. So that helps delaying the loom income.
Yeah, Vinchester had to go for loom here. He was
Hera
housed.
did not.
He was housed.
Oh, he was housed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why. Yeah, that explains it. That's not the ideal situation. And Hera already has 11 villagers, while Vinchester only has just the 10th now. So it feels like 1.5 lead for Hera.
Mm-hmm.
Which is quite massive if you think about it, Dave.
It is, especially early on, you know, makes a bigger difference there. Eventually it'll even out, but you always want the villagers gathering resources early, and then you get the techs later when you actually need them, right? So that tech was more of a response by Vinchester. I like the fact that neither of these players really YOLO'd out to the fish immediately. I think I saw that Barles went out there before even making a lumber camp, and then he was taking straggler trees from like... Dude, he was taking it from like 10 tiles away at his base with like 3 vills. It was just, and he had like 200 food in the bank at pop 10. And it's just kind of like, what does that give you, right? So
exactly.
I like the approach from both of these guys a little bit better.
Yeah. Hera played this one. This is the 2nd time he's playing this one, if I'm not mistaken. And Winchester,
this is the 3rd time.
He has played that one 3rd time already. Yeah. So he is very well experienced on this map already.
Saseki, thank you for the 11 gifted, dude. I like the setup though for Vinchester in the north there. Look at all the stones there. Like he's got that full
this is a safe base.
Valis wall off potential, right?
Yeah. This is a full wall off here with, I don't know, like 8 palisade walls, something like that.
But you got to make sure you're walling in the appropriate places, because I don't think those stones cover everything.
I think they do.
You'll have to send a villager. You'll have to send a villager through and see.
Yeah. But I think only on the top it's not fully covered.
Mm-hmm.
But on left hand side, other than that, I think everything is covered there. But yeah, whatever. Dave, if you're thinking about Frank's Burgundians, what do you think? Which civilization should be the stronger one?
I like Franks better, dude. I still do.
Why?
Even Burgundians with their earlier eco stuff, I think Franks are just much smoother than Burgundians. And you don't have to like... You can go aggressive and then add eco behind. With Burgundians, it feels like you have to kill enough time for your eco upgrades to get in. And you have to play kind of defensive, which on a map like this, I think you can be caught out. Because you have to go so far from your TC to get access to resources. I think Franks are just... It's going to be a much smoother transition between ages for you. You know exactly what you're going to do. Your opponent knows what you're going to do. And the question is just, can they stop it?
Yeah. So that's the thing. If you're playing against Burgundians, most of the time they're going to be extremely greedy with their upgrades because that's exactly where their strength is on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also something which you can try to capitalize on if you're playing against them. But it's also very hard to punish them. Then on this map, I think it's a bit easier to punish because it's very hard to wall it off. I mean, Hera is trying to do so. And that's only possible because he will expect Vinchester to go for scouts, which he's going to go for anyway.
Hera,
so
my chat's pointing it out right now. Hera canceled double bed axe? He had it coming in and he canceled it? He doesn't have it?
Wow. Why?
Huh?
This doesn't make sense.
Did he realize he canceled it?
I don't know. Why would you do so? Maybe he didn't have the wood for building a mill. That's the only explanation which comes into my head right now.
But like, how much wood? You can just wait though. I don't know. It's weird. Weird. Anyway, Vinchester's in feudal age. Frank Scout will have a little bit more HP and more attack now that he's in feudal, and Hera's not. And Hera now goes for double bit axe. Maybe I have to ask him what happened there. It turns out that Vinchester actually has double bit axe before Hera, so Vinchester is ahead in eco upgrades at the moment.
Yep. Which sounds a bit weird if you're playing against Burgundians. Not okay. It is the way it is. Hera is catching up with the eco upgrades though. Both are coming in. And it's just, I just don't really see how Vinchester can punish Hera right now. Because he's set up so well.
Yep. So you asked me which civ would I prefer. Which civ would you prefer here? Would it be Frank's as well?
That's a very tough one. I guess I would go for Frank's as well. Main argument is that it feels like they're just a little bit more smoother to play with. And you also have the little advantage that the likelihood of Burgundians playing the way they are usually playing is very high.
Yep.
And with Franks, you can change it off as well. You don't need to go for the scouts. You can also go for Archer Spear, which would completely throw Hera off guard in this case, for example.
Feels like the cheap castles are really useful here too.
Yeah, that's true. You get the map control with that.
Yeah. And if we're looking at like this base here from Hera, you need range units if you're Vinchester to really punish this. You're not going to probably do that in feudal age. But if Hera sets up another one of these or a TC forward like that, you can punish it with a cheaper castle. If you have similar knight numbers in castle age to, get that castle foundation down, it is a potential for you. As long as you don't put it on the cracked earth terrain. Vinchester was avoiding that earlier on in his sets.
Oh, I never pay attention to those kind of things, but I definitely have to start doing that because it's 25% if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. Castles go down, like if you have the hill plus the cracked earth terrain, it's kind of ridiculous how fast they fall.
Definitely. Man, I love what Vinchester has done on the northern side. He chopped his way through to get access to the shorefish, and then he placed the mill in a way and that it not only is efficient, but also closes the entire wall. So I love it.
Scouts coming through, and we're going to find out if this wall is indeed closed.
It's closed.
And yeah, it's closed.
Dave, that was anticlimactic.
This is what a caster does, though.
Yes.
Well, Jordan, exactly it was anticlimactic. You didn't do anything with that gate.
But Dave, that's exactly what a caster is supposed to do.
I like the idea. So basically, if you get it in the right place, if you get a unit in the right place, you can hide behind these rocks, Jordan. Now, they'd be able to see you on the minimap if they notice the color as Hera sneaks through there. But I like the idea of just like hiding random units behind these stones. So you can't immediately see it within your vision.
You could even do stuff like that, right? I don't think you will be able to see them. Especially if they are melee units.
Because there's no outline.
Stand ground. Yeah, no chance.
There's no outline.
That feels like on if we're playing RPG
Yeah.
and you have those terrains, you can save yourself. Like you can hide
Well, if it's another
from your
player,
ally.
the computer will always know you're back there. But yeah.
Well, maybe it doesn't know as well. Maybe it doesn't see.
No,
you
it
and you're like,
does.
okay.
It does. Trust me.
Okay.
It doesn't, because this
Trust
is
me, I
only a
tried.
visual thing. It's only a visual thing. We used to do that in the Lord of the Rings scenarios that we used to play. Like me and Viper used to play. One of the win conditions was kill Frodo, and there was like a rock that was halfway through the map, and you knew Frodo would usually be running past there to get to another place. So you would hide Gollum behind the rock and wait for Frodo to appear, and then pop out and kill him. But yeah, that's it worked like maybe 20% of the time, so it was worth a try. People would get really mad because we'd wait like 2 hours for the game, and then it would just end like that. They'd be like, what the hell?
Man, I'm wasting time like there's no tomorrow, Dave.
Hey, dude,
But that's the fun thing, right?
Yeah.
You can just do crappy stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, so we're in Castle Age now, and Cavalier is already incoming from the Burgundians.
Yeah.
Got Castle
And
Age
that's
as well from Vinchester. Immediate Monastery to take advantage of the 3 relics back here.
Yeah.
Monastery is well from Hera to take advantage of that.
Yeah, exactly. So both players will have 3 relics. However, with Burgundians it's a little bit better because you have the food tickle as well, which is going to come in. And now we have the Cavalier versus the Knight. It has 2 more attack. Everything else is the same because Bloodlines is missing for Burgundians, but still, it's plus 2 more attack.
And Vinchester is already on stone right now. And Vinchester is getting iron casting to make up for that extra attack. Now, Hera can do that as well. Hera only has forging at the moment. Doesn't have the second armor upgrade. And Vinchester doesn't even have the first armor upgrade.
Yeah. So yeah, that regarding the upgrades, definitely preferable for Hera. And his economy looks strong as well. He goes for the mark now. I think what we are going to see from him now is going to be a full 1 TC play. And I think Vinchester is going to try to match that, Dave.
Vinchester running away with the villagers to the left. Hera might be able to spot this. This could be a really great pick. Or he might just miss it completely. Vinchester gets away.
Yeah, that was a close one. If he catches those...
Finch, wall this up, wall this up. He got it. Maybe. Yeah. Potentially.
He got it. He could have even gotten in here, Hera, if he killed the gate and killed the house.
He still can. There we go. Wall off from Vinch.
Yeah. But all the map initiative is on Hera's side right now. He has the full control of the map. And yeah, the Cavalier, they just seem to be so extremely strong. And Hera even added a second monastery. That's going to be, I would even say, almost impossible for Vinchester to engage against.
That was disgusting, dude. Okay, so yeah, that was sick, man. That was really, really sick.
Oh, Dave, on the northern side.
Yeah, they're about to get in.
The house is going to go down.
The monks need to get over there, and Hera loops around the house. He dodges the spearmen, and he's able to take out the monks before they can start converting the Cavalier. Now Vinchester is trying to re-wall this. He's trying to run away. He's trying to do something. He's losing vills up there, and he calls the GG. Well played from Hera. Jeez, Vinchester.
Man, this was just beautiful to witness. The fact how Hera has managed his cavalry, how he has managed those scouts in order to snipe off those monks and also keep them away from those cavalry. And Vinchester, I felt like in this game had no chance whatsoever. Nothing.
Quick game, 21-52. I also think Vinch had the right idea going to stone, but I think he might have gone to stone a little bit too early there.
Early,
yeah,
I agree.
What's a castle gonna get you against the Cavalier? What are you really gonna lock down here? I feel like you need to go more into night production, more into the upgrades, and having 7 villagers on stone is 7 vills that could have been on food or wood or gold. You know,
that was definitely the misplay by him. He should have invested those villages into something else. You know, going on to stone makes sense if you have 3 TCs, if you have the economy to sustain the production of your knights, but that was not something which he was able to afford. And now that means, Dave, that we are jumping into another decider. I feel like we have had a lot of deciders.
It's
And,
been game 5 every single time, I think. How many
I think so.
these have we cast? We've cast 3 of them together. This is the third, I
Yeah.
think.
And the only one which we didn't cast was a 3-0.
Well, it's magical between us, you know.
Yeah, it feels like the AoE god wants us to be sticking together longer so people can enjoy Dave.
Yep. Yep.
And that's why, exactly the reason why I will go on the riot if you're not invited.
Ah. Oh, you.
I have to get there first, though.
You make me blush, Jordan. Come on now. You make the top of my head, my whole head blushes. Even the top.
That was my intention, man.
All right. I've had fun with this event today. It's been good. Hasn't been too long either. I think it's been like 5.5 hours or so far.
Yeah.
All right.
I will still try to shorten it a bit because 5.5 hours. It's I think a little bit too much for the entire.
How do you shorten it though? It's already pretty short. I don't know. I guess for the players, it's a long time. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think good ways could be adding more villages at the start.
Yeah.
Or Empire Wars every once in a while as well.
Oh,
Getting
Empire
a mix
Wars
of
would
Empire
be
Wars.
fun. Yeah, especially if like the new Red Bulls can be Empire Wars. I think
exactly.
it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
I kind of like when Empire Wars first showed up, dude. I wasn't a huge fan, but then as the meta developed and you knew what to look for, I kind of miss it a little bit. I'd still take standard RM, but I don't mind mixing it up with Empire Wars now and again. I feel like it's nice.
I feel like I'm that one person who absolutely fell in love with Empire Wars just due to the fact that it's action all over the place. Right? The strategical component is not that big, obviously, because most of the time it's pretty much straightforward. But I just love the action part so much, and it's really intense. It's really intense.
Yeah, and there was like mix-ups that you could do. Like you're saying the strategy not that important, but I think like the decision making needs to be so on point with Empire Wars. We saw Doubt mix it up with that tournament was basically just Cav Archer, the third one. And that was after Cav Archers got nerfed and everyone was like, they suck. They're terrible, blah, blah, blah. And Doubt's out there making Korean Cav Archers, you know?
Yeah. I remember asking about Cav Archers because that was in the time where I was still, trying to get myself back into the game.
Yeah.
And someone was telling me, one of GL, if I'm not mistaken, was like, I never build CA right now because they're just bullshit. And then Doubt came and, made them worth it.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting. But yeah, it just feels like Empire Wars, it gives me that intensity as a player, which I usually don't have on RM.
Yep.
Yeah. Also thinking about it, Dave, just thinking back to Heidelberg Rebel 5. How many great games we had there.
It was so intense. It was super intense. Do you remember the comeback from MBL on Hera? Oh my God.
That was this moment, I think.
No one thought that was going to happen. Nobody in the building.
2-0 down, and then all of a sudden...
MBL was the most surprised person there, I think.
Yeah. But that's the thing about MBL. He has that killer mindset, right? He doesn't give a shit, and he's capable of playing so well.
Yeah. That was insane. And then the finals was nuts too, with all the delays too. It just kind of like built the tension even more.
Oh yeah.
Remember we were waiting there for like 40 minutes for the servers to get their shit together? Because they had the stress test for AoE 4 at the same time and says same servers and everyone's just pissed.
How can you have the biggest tournament in Age of Empires 2 history and then have the server? Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's
just a bit of a mistiming.
Like if you the conversation between me and Tristan is like Tristan going, I'm going to say something. And I'm sitting next to him like, don't say anything. Don't ruin the moment. He's like, I have to. Like I will hit you if you do. All right. Anyway, we've got excavation here.
Yeah.
Vinchester against Hera, game number 5. And we've got Aztecs against Tatars. And this is a map I haven't seen yet, Jordan.
Yeah, I have not. Well, I have seen it, but I've never seen it been played. It's going to be interesting because the stone is not really accessible too good, as it's scattered around all over the map, hidden in the forest. So I don't think we're going to see too many castles here. And there are a lot of hills, kind of a little... Yeah, I don't want to say it reminds me of acclivity, but it has a little flair of it, I feel like. And therefore, Winchester went for the Tatars with the bonus on the hills. But Aztecs, it feels like Aztecs should always be a little bit stronger here, Dave. I'm not sure how you feel about it.
I think if you get a forward position with Aztecs, you're looking good. If you let the Tatars get into Castle Age and start dictating the pace of the play, then you're going to be in trouble, right? If they have cav archers running around or knights running around and you're chasing them, it's going to be an issue. But with Aztecs, you should aim to never be in that position where you're chasing. You should be the one being chased, essentially.
Yeah. The cav archers, they are having a great power spike as well against the Eagles once they have a certain mass. So... yeah, then the only thing you can hope for as the Aztecs player is either go for faster imp or go for the push with the siege.
I just wonder,
really
like,
lock them down.
Hera and Lyria especially, when they're playing meso civs, are more of like the archer into crossbow type, right? And they'll add eagles. They can do it. They'll do it, but not like other players will. A lot of players will go archers to begin with and then make the transition to Castle Age and add just eagles, like 90% of the time. But with Hera and Lyria, you're never quite sure what you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly. Also interesting enough, Dave, we see 9 relics on this map, which can definitely be a huge factor for Aztecs as well, as they get the bonus here on the gold income. Stone is only in the woods, as already mentioned. I like the second board from Hera. That is very far in the back.
Annoying, yeah. It's an annoying board for sure. But with that wood line there, you can get that in most of the time if you know how to path your Vil.
Yeah.
And look at this, Vinchester. Oh, that's bad.
He lost 30 HP on his scout,
That's
and that
really
is
bad.
so bad.
I mean, at least it's better than losing the scout, but that's still really terrible.
Yeah, but it's worse than having 18 HP on the scout.
That's great. That's what an astute observation. What an astute observation. There's a reason we have him here, folks. What do you...
I love that. You were literally speechless for 10 seconds right there.
Yep. Oh, Hera tried to wall in the scout too.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. Oh,
But he will
Vinchester!
kill the scout. Dave, it's dead.
Dude, I felt that for Vinch. Okay, that's why I laughed at that, because I felt that. He's like, oh, I escaped the trap. He clicked back.
Yay! Let's go.
He was
Let's
so
go back
relieved.
to home.
He was so relieved to escape that he ran right into the TC, out of the pan and into the fire, right? What we said.
Dave, I've never heard that, but yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, that's just horrible. Completely horrible for Vinchester because he doesn't have any scouting information at all. It's okay because he's not going for a scout rush, he's going for the man-at-arm build. I would assume he's not on gold yet though.
But he doesn't
Why
know,
is he
like,
not on gold?
if Hera was Sato right now, Sato would just make one militia and then flash it around your base, and you don't know if there's 2 more behind it.
Yeah,
He would just be screwing with you, right? Because you don't have a scout. Right now, Hera's got 1 militia, and I'm interested to see if he goes for, okay, he's going for extras.
Yeah.
He's going to go for the men-at-arms play, likely archer range follow-up.
No, we see the scout play from Winchester. Oh, that's so bad losing the scout if you go for scout rush. Oh, yeah, that's not ideal at all.
Yep.
And I'm personally not the biggest fan of going scouts against Meso. Feels like you're not going to be able to do too much against them anyway, and then
I feel like
would
it's
like to have the men-at-arms.
I feel like it's okay if you have a wallable base and you can you're looking for like counter damage, but against the main army, it's just doesn't feel good,
Not
right?
going to happen.
Now, one good thing about going scouts with Tatars is that your herdables last a little bit longer, right?
Yes.
So you can get more food in, and you can even try and squeak in the horse collar upgrade. There it is, right there, pretty early.
Yep.
And get the farms rolling. So that's a bit of a bonus.
Now, I'm wondering if the men-at-arms are going to loop their way around to the woodline, because if they are capable of doing so, yeah, Winchester obviously too good for that. But still, it's going to be very annoying for Winchester to deal against that. And he needs to get an archer range out as soon as possible.
And I think if you're Hera, you just stick around these berries here.
Yeah, exactly.
And make sure if you're sending your archer forward, you send him with a spearman.
Yes.
Buddy
That's
system, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You need the buddy system in order to be successful in the game.
Yep.
And Hera goes for the walls here, and I love that. If he gets these walls up without the scouts getting inside, he's going to be in such a dominating position here. And I think he will be, Dave. I don't see how Vinchester can prevent that.
Yep. These are kind of like MBL style walls, but not full like MBL level. MBL level would be like half the size of this with the walls.
That's pretty hard to do. Like,
I know, but he would manage a way. He would find out, Jordan.
You know, it would be good now. Just present the map to MBL.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah,
him,
just
okay,
like
you're
how
in Hera's position.
Yeah,
how
yeah.
would you wall?
We should do that. We should do that.
Yeah.
Just give
Just
him a
to get
picture
his
of a
input.
map, and then he gets to like draw the walls.
You know what? You know what we are going to do? If both of us are in Heidelberg again this year, and MBL is there as well, we do this kind of game. Okay.
Yeah, we have like a whiteboard or something, and like go over to all the players. How are you gonna wall this off? MBL's drawing like weird shapes.
I like that. I like that. I
It'd be a
think
fun activity.
I think his suggestion would be extremely close to what Hera has right now.
Yeah, close to it. Yeah.
But
And then
obviously you
he'd
know
say,
him much better.
I'm chopping through to this stone, and I'm gonna go on this stone immediately, and then I'm gonna drop 4 towers around everywhere else.
Yeah, that sounds like MBL. By the way, Dave, look at what he's doing with what Hera is doing with the stone.
He's chopping this stone.
There is a tree below it.
Yeah, there is a tree below it. Yeah, he's chopping it. You never hit
That
stone
looks
with an axe
hilarious.
before?
No, not really.
Okay.
Looks hilarious.
Oh god, oh
no,
god,
oh
oh
no.
god, oh man, that's one villager dead, but at least he managed. No, he didn't even manage to save the other one. He's deleting the house, and I think that's a good play there from Vinchester to save a villager. That's great.
Yeah, but is he saving that villager? Hera's
I think
blocking
he'll
hard.
save
Yeah,
it.
he
Yeah,
will.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
he will be.
Good job from Vinch. And he's still pressuring at the front here too. Hera with an archer. Hera adding an eagle as well.
Archer goes down. But those man-at-arms, they're just so annoying here. Both players at 32 villages though. So Vinchester hasn't lost any there. But it feels like his build is just a little bit better from Hera.
Yeah. And
However,
obviously
yeah,
Aztecs as well, carrying a bit more resources will come into play with equal vill count.
Yeah. The archer is escaping.
No, it's not.
It's escaping.
It's dead. Oh my!
It's
What
escaping!
the? What? No, it's it's
No.
Yeah.
It didn't escape.
It was an emotional roller coaster. I'm glad you guys were here for it.
Oh, it did not escape.
Okay, so any other player would go for a market right now and sell and buy his way up and go pure eagles, and it looks like Hera is going to go down that path.
That makes sense.
Going for a market right now. Yep. And he's looking
Hera
around to
doesn't
this
know-
other gold too. Oh baby.
Yeah. And that is a huge one. And now Vinchester, he needs to watch out not to lose too many villages to that. Because these are still 3 men-at-arms.
It's fighting down the hill though. Men-at-arms are fighting up the hill. And he's going to be able to save all these vills. So fantastic job there from Vinchester to once again save vills. And the eco KD is 0-0 at the end of the day.
Wow.
So
He didn't
he's
lose any
managed to
villages there.
survive. And he's about to click up as well, Jordan. So
The thing is, Dave, that Hera was able to delay the gold income, which Vinchester needed in order to go up to Castle Age. So I think he delayed him roughly 30 seconds here. Now, I love what Vinchester is doing. I love that.
the walls.
Just getting up the walls here
Yeah, the
will
problem with
prevent him from getting any damage.
the problem with the Eagles is them sneaking in places, right?
Exactly.
And then you have to respond. It's the constant raiding. If you're just fighting them in the middle, you don't feel comfortable, but you feel more comfortable than with Eagles
Yeah, for
poking
sure.
away at your wood lines.
For sure. If Vinchester now gets himself up to 3 archer ranges and, you know, continuously building CA, he should be in a okay position as long as he has husbandry.
I don't know if Hera's going to have a chance to go for that forward siege either. He's just going to be making eagles from home. I think Vinchester's going to be right on the ball, looking for the villager coming forward if Hera sends it.
I think he should be sending it forward, Hera.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like if you get a siege workshop up to the front, it gives you such a match, so much
Well, because then
potential.
Vinchester has to respect that.
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
only have eagles, he can deal with eagles with walls. Now,
Yep.
he's going to have to build a lot of walls, and he's going to have to make sure he repairs them. But he can send his military forward, and you have to deal with that with more eagles. If you have a siege workshop there, suddenly he has to keep most of his military at home.
He has to. Yeah, you cannot use those for raiding because you never know what is going to come from the siege workshop. And now there's no hole, obviously, for Vinchester. You need to be really sure that nothing is open there.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, yeah, we see Vinchester very, very good with the defense so far. We have Eagle Warrior and Squires coming in as well for Hera.
No siege workshop forward either. If this was Yo playing in Hera's shoes, he would probably send 2 vills forward. I've seen him do that a lot. Where he just he makes sure that the siege workshop gets in or gets up at the front, and he goes for that insane pressure. Then you can boom up behind later.
Exactly. But Hera is not going for that right now. He's added a monastery, so he wants to get in those juicy relics.
Playing a safer style for sure.
Yeah. But with those Cav Archers now, Vinchester definitely has potential as long as he's going to be able to get the mass out. It's all about the mass, Dave. All about the mass.
Right, Eagles looking for a way in, and they're just not finding it. And there's the university. Ballistics helps a lot against Eagles.
Yeah, for sure.
And free thumb ring helps against Eagles a lot too.
Yeah, the thing is for Vinchester though is it's going to be so hard to pay attention to all the walls which the Eagles are going to be attacking. And Dave, now we have the siege workshop coming forward for Hera.
Perfect. Okay, so he's drawn the army to the back, sent the villager forward. Vinchester does have scouts wandering around, so potential for him to maybe sneak behind and try and kill that villager. But he's still busy with tracking where the Eagles are. And the scouts are gonna... Yo! This is why Yo would send forward 2 vills. The eagle is there from Hera.
Yeah. No, but he will still lose that villager.
That's sick from Vinchester. That's really, really good.
Yeah. And now the Palisade wall could be going down as well. No, never mind. Vinchester is very much in time with walling that one. And it feels like Hera is not able to breach the base of Vinchester right now.
Yep.
He's gathering the relics, but yeah, he's sending one more villager out. So he definitely wants to finish that siege workshop. He knows exactly if he's not able to put on the pressure, he's going to chase those Cav Archers all the time. And that's not something he wants.
Yep. Do you go for a ram here, or do you go for Mangonel first?
Scorpions.
Scorpions, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Scorpions.
You've chosen the third answer. Oh my god, he's gonna find the vill again. No, dude, no. He finds it again.
Is he going to kill it though?
He's got the Cav Archers as well.
Yeah.
It's
going
dead.
to kill it.
Oh god, this is why you have to like keep them safe.
2.
You have to accompany them, or you send 2 forward. And the reason that players do that, it's slightly less efficient, but they've been burned so many times trying to get it down. You know, they just learn their lesson.
Yeah. And I'm not sure how often Hera does those kind of pushes. Well, I think he's experienced enough. It's just a bit reckless from him right now, and he has to pay the price. And we have Vinchester now with ballistics coming in as well, so we are swinging to the moment where Ad6 player is going to have a really tough time to engage against those Cav Archers.
Yeah, and there's another villager there from Hera. Belgium in my chat's like, Huang sends 4.
you know, when you were saying, you know, Mr. Yo in this type of position would send 2, I was like, Huang would send 4, man.
Huang would send half his eco. Oh, the villager getting near. Hera's trying to bait the shots from Vinchester. But Vinchester not falling for it. The siege workshop will go up at the end of the day. And this is a lot of eagles picked off here.
Yeah.
By Vinch.
He's losing a couple of Cav Archers as well.
Still
and now the siege workshop is up.
Yeah. Still doesn't have any knights on the field either to potentially pick off the siege. He's going to find the villager there from Hera. That's villager number 3 from Hera. Let's take a look at the vill counts right now. 44 for Hera, 48 for Vinchester. Both players with wheelbarrow. But Hera without the first farm upgrade and without the second wood upgrade too.
Yeah, so economy-wise, Vinchester definitely looks in a better position. And the main thing is going to be how good is the micro for Vinchester right now, because Hera, he will obviously just chase those cav archers, and the eagles will always get some hits. But Vinchester needs to be impeccable with his micro right now. And it's pretty hard to do.
Yep. Even with free thumb ring.
Yeah.
But that's a good little hole he's made himself. And he's gone for a defensive siege workshop. So he's going to try and defend against the aggression here from Hera.
Yep.
It's got a lot of cav archers, but this is why Aztecs are so good, right? This is why Meso Civs are so deadly. They got this eagle siege composition. And if you add in knights to take care of the siege, they can add in monks as well.
Exactly. But even knights now are not going to achieve anything, because 28 eagles, that's definitely something you have to respect here.
Yep.
You need your own mangonel out in order to fight against this. And the thing is, the mangonels are not that great against the CA because they have 6 burst armor. The scorpions have 7. That's why scorpions is very nice.
That was sloppy from Hera to lose that mangonel. I think he looked back to his base for a second, and Vinchester trying to snipe the other one now. There's no forward villager to repair because Vinchester killed that early. I think Hera should probably maybe send a couple over here, but he's got another mangonel out on the field. Vinch has to be careful, dodges away from that. And still no mangonel from Vinchester on the way. He's using his wood for a market, for an archer range.
Vinchester needs to be so cautious. If Hera manages to get in there, Vinchester will fall apart. So his biggest goal right now needs to be not allowing Vinchester... Oh, and Hera is in, Dave!
He went through the gate? Who opened the gate?
I have no idea.
Who opened that gate? Who's responsible for this?
Oh, Dave, I think we have to relook at this after all the fights have occurred.
Yep. And good quick walls, honestly, from Vinchester. Under that pressure, that was phenomenal. The fact that Hera couldn't get into either of the wood lines there, and now he's under the TC. The cav archers are still here. Lots of idle time here for Vinchester, but he's managed to save the Vills, and Hera lost a lot of eagles. That could be like game-changing quick walls right there.
Yeah, I think so. It really looks amazing for Vinchester right now. If you look at the score, what? 4,700 against 3,000.
And there's a castle! A castle for Vinchester now. He saw the overchop at the side there. There's another overchop at the back. Hera could potentially get through. Micring down all the eagles. Look at the eagle numbers now for Hera.
Eagle numbers.
Oh, Vinchester's playing with fire though.
And he's open on the top. He's open on the top. So he could be potentially take some damage here, but yeah, the CA are never going to be killed now. And now this CA can just go to the front. Hera is fully one TC here, so he's on all in.
Vinchester stalling out his TC production though, and he needs to move these villagers on the wood line now. There is a castle there, but the mangonels can range the village. Why did Hera attack around his own eagles?
I have no idea. Did you see that as well? That was strange. And there's a... Wow. Look at the TC of Vinchester going up on the...
That's just...
What the hell?
I don't care about anything you're doing. I have the ability to make Keshiks now. I don't care about your siege. I don't care about your eagles. I'm putting a TC here. Screw you.
It kind of looks like that, but
and
I'm
the
not...
cav archer's in on the gold.
Oh, that's massive.
Hera notices right away, to his credit.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. I mean, it's so many vills going down.
Yeah. And Dave, we have the situation now where the Aztec player has to chase after those CA, and that's never going to be a healthy thing to do.
This is what we identified at the beginning, right? This is where you don't want to be if you're the Aztec player. Vinchester has Keshiks coming out, and Hera says, GG, congrats. And what a defense from Vinchester. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Perfectly timed everything.
Yeah, beautiful display by Vinchester. You know, he was the guy I was saying, okay, he's going to win this edition, and finally I was correct with my prediction, man.
Yep.
No, but it was just a very high quality final, and I'm very proud of Vinchester. He has gotten himself the possibility to get an autograph of Mr. Dave, so that's amazing. You know, Vinchester has always wanted to get the autograph from how would I say, a good sir.
I know. He asked me in Heidelberg last time, and I just didn't have time, man. I felt terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I saw you. You were like super busy, right?
Yeah. Look at that KD for Vinch. Ugh.
Yeah, that one is
Ugh.
very good. 100 against 32. That's amazing.
Oh, jeez, that's terrible. No. 95 against 28 because Hera nuked some of his own units.
I knew that one was going to be addressed. I knew it, Dave.
He nuked some of his own units. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just... Yeah, it was... It feels like every single finals game we're casting, Dave, is going to the decider.
It's really good. I like the fact in this game, too, with all that pressure with the Magnals, everything, Vinch only lost 4 villagers, even after the Eagles broke in there.
Yeah.
I have to find who was responsible for that gate, though. Like, what was her name? What was his name? What was her name?
We can maybe check together.
I'm looking. All right, so...
29:48, and they're about to breach in.
I'm at 29:53 right here. The archer range is almost going down.
It was open all over the time. There's no one to blame, Dave. There's no one to blame.
That doesn't make sense. How is it open?
It was open all over the time.
I guess the eagle was holding it open, so we need to go further back in time, Jordan. We need to go farther back in time to when the gate was initially opened.
Okay. Yeah. 1 sec.
Okay, so now we're moving here. I see this stuff going around. It's just open. There's nothing holding it open.
Yeah, it's just open, man.
It's simply open. What the hell?
The gate was open.
What? Nothing opened this gate.
People are saying the cap archer, but...
No, the cap, it was open before. You can see it, the gate up. Yeah.
Exactly. Now it opens. But it's not closing.
It opens with the CA. It does not open with the CA, guys. You can see it clearly open before that cav archer goes through. It's open right here. You can see it. It's
No,
open.
it's open. No, it opens. It opens with the CA. It opens with the CA, but it doesn't close. And you even hear it, Dave. You even hear it. So it's definitely the CA opening it.
Oh, it does. Fuck. Okay, I was wrong.
Dave, now...
I was wrong. I admit that I'm wrong.
I'm looking at the CA now if it dies.
It was the one underneath the TC.
It dies.
It dies?
It dies,
okay,
yeah.
it deserves it. Good.
Tragic, man. Tragic. But okay, Dave. It was a pleasure to analyze the gate opening with you together. I thought we found a little good bug.
Dude,
we're wrong.
I thought so too. I thought so too.
I was super hyped.
The eagle did. It was weird though. Like the eagle was in the perfect position to just hold the gate open once the cav archer went through there.
Yeah. Okay, let me quickly ask if Vinchester wants to get an interview done. Quickly check. Dave, you want to join with the interview?
No, but you can mention that he actually gets my autograph as